Hello everyone, welcome to Technology Begins. In this video, we will see assignment 2 for NPTEL course Introduction to Programming in C. So here is the question 1 for assignment 2. So in this question 1, we have to find out if matrix is lower triangular, upper triangular, or it is both lower and upper triangular. So according to that, we need to print the output. Okay, so here is all the condition what we need to print, and here is our program. So first of all, we have taken the variables. After that, we have taken the input from user, and then we have put the for loop and check for the lower triangular condition and the upper triangular condition. So how lower triangular and upper triangular are working? So if there is a matrix and there is a diagonal elements, if all the elements 0 above of the diagonal element of matrix, then that is the lower triangular, and if all the elements of matrix below of the diagonal element, all the elements are 0 below of the diagonal elements, then that is upper triangular. Okay, so this condition is basically showing that only, and after that we need to check if that is upper triangular or lower triangular. So basically we have by default we have taken the upper triangular is 1 and the lower triangular is 1, and after that checking the condition, if matrix is lower triangular and upper triangular, then we need to check if that is upper triangular and lower triangular, then we need to print 2. If that is lower triangular, then we need to print -1. If that is upper triangular, then we need to print 1, and otherwise 0. Okay, so this is our program, and if we are doing compile and run, then as you can see, all the test cases are passed, and if we are going to submit this, then all test cases are passed. So our program is working fine. And next is question 2. And in the question 2, we have to find sequence of positive number in the sorted order, if that is in increasing or decreasing order. Okay, so here is the test cases are available, so we need to find out the output according to it. So here is our program, and so first of all we have taken the input of previous and current element. Then after we have taken the one variable called uCount, and that is basically 1. So you have to, so according to this condition, you have to output 1 if there is at least 3 distinct number in the sequence, otherwise output 0. Okay, so this is unique count variable, which is 1. We have taken the input from previous and current input from the user, and after that we are checking with the while loop if current element is not -1. If there is a current element is -1, then we need to stop and need to check the condition, and if there is current element is not -1, then we need to check if their previous element is not current element, because we have to increment if both the element are not same. Okay, so here 1 is our previous element and 2 is our current element. So we are checking if they are not same, then we are incrementing it, and now our current element will be our previous element, and next element we will take from the user. So now our previous element is 2 and current element will be 3, and again we will check if current element is not -1. So this will be going so on according to the test input, and after terminating the while loop, we need to check because we have to check at least 3 distinct number. If that count length is 3, then we have to print 1, otherwise 0. So let's run this program and see the output. So all the test cases are passed. Let's submit it. So all the test cases are passed and our program is working fine. Let's see question number 3. In question number 3, we need to find the second largest number. So how we can find that? So first of all, we have taken the input number which we will take from user and max1 and max2 variable, and we have taken the number and assigned it to max1 and max2. After that, we need to check if that number is not -1, and if that number is -1, then we need to stop. And if this number is not -1, then we are checking with the max1 number. If that particular max1 number that number is greater than max1 number, then we need to assign that max1 to max2, and that new number value will be assigned it to max1. Okay, and if this condition is false, then we need to check if that number is greater than max2 and that number must be less than max1, then we can assign that number to max2. Okay, and then after we are again taking the number from user, and again we will check if that number is not -1 as per the test cases. Okay, and if there is a number is -1, then our for loop will be stopped, and we will check if that max1 and max2 are not same, then we need to print max2, otherwise 0. If there is a max1 and max2 are same, then we can assume that max2 is not exist. Okay, in the test case 2 you can see that max1 and max2 will be same, so we are printing 0. So here is the program you can see, and let's compile and run. So all test cases are passed, and let's submit it. And after submitting, all the test cases are passed and our program is worked fine according to the assignment test cases. So I hope you have understood the concept of all the assignments. Thank you for watching.